What's up, guys? It's Coach Grant with First Down Training, and today we're going to be breaking down how wide receivers can improve their balance off the line of scrimmage, okay? So the first way that we're going to be getting into is this prep step, all right? So what the prep step is just this almost like subtle, I guess you could call it, some people like to call it a false step. It's not really a false step. A lot of people like to call it a gather step, but it's essentially when you pick up your front foot right before a release, you kind of move it either slightly to the side or slightly back to give you some more explosion, some more push, but more importantly, you get some balance off the line in case this DB wants to use his hands. So let's watch this clip right here, and we're going to be talking about just mainly the benefit of this, when you guys should use this, and how it can help you get your balance correct. Okay, so now this prep step, we'll break it down. So this prep step right here, again, it's just a subtle step. The way I teach it is I like to teach guys taking it at like a 45-degree angle. Now, usually what it is when you have to use a release like a wide step with the back leg, a slide release like we see here, because that step can give you that push to the outside. Now, what a lot of people like to do to be able to get that explosion to the outside is they like to use a kick step with their back foot, where they kick behind their front foot and then they shoot out wide to get outside of the DB's frame to sell the route. But this prep step is another way of doing it, and where your feet aren't like crossing over. Now, I do teach the kick step. What I say is that you guys want to do whatever the most comfortable for you. So you can either take this prep step like we see Austin do here, or you can take this kick step behind you to shoot you out. But the prep step is probably my favorite one because it will help your balance improve. So if you guys are struggling with getting jammed off the line, you feel like your feet are flat-footed, you're constantly getting knocked off balance with your routes, start taking this prep step before your release. That little prep step can give you that added explosion to where you could throw outside of the frame, and it will get you to that nice balanced base position off the line of scrimmage against a press DB to where we can move efficiently where we want him to move. Now we're going to get into a second example with Justin Jefferson of maybe not the prep step, but one more important thing that's going to help balance improve for wide receivers. So let's play this thing full speed one more time. Great job utilizing the prep step, gather step, whatever you want to call it, to improve that balance off the line of scrimmage. So now we're going to be looking at Justin Jefferson here, and this is probably one of the things that he is the best at off the line when it comes to balance. But before I get into that, fellas, I want to talk to you guys about a new opportunity we are having this offseason. We are going to be traveling out to Columbus, Ohio, May 14th and May 15th for a 2-day-long quarterback and wide receiver training camp. So we just added this camp to our travel list this offseason. We added this yesterday. There's a lot of you guys have been asking us to come out to Ohio, Michigan, and we felt Columbus was the best place to go. So if you guys are local to Columbus, Ohio, or want to travel out to the area for a 2-day-long camp with myself and my staff of coaches, check out that very first link in the description below. We would love to have you there. It's going to be a 2-day camp, like I said, 3 hours each day of individual position work, and then we're going to be doing an hour of route running work against live DBs, and then hopefully some 7-on-7 and half-line concepts when we get those defensive backs out there, okay? So again, if you guys are local to that area, you want to come out, get some great work in, spots are limited to only 10 to 12 guys per position group. Reason why we do that is because we actually want to take the time to be detailed and actually take the time to coach you guys on each rep. So Columbus, Ohio, May 14th and May 15th. Check out that very first link in the description below. Let's get back to this video. So now, thing about Justin Jefferson here, the second thing that's going to help you with balance off the line, especially against a DB who wants to be physical, is going to be your pad level. But what exactly does pad level mean? What's a good position to be in off the line? So Jefferson's going to be using a split release, and this is a perfect example of what your pad level should be in your base. So he hits him with his split release, is able to cross the feet, shrug the hands off, and then make this play on this drag route over the middle right here, okay? So now, this is the spot that we want to get into. You see how when he's here, you hear me talk a lot about pad level. Don't raise your pad level up off the line. Don't expose your number, and this is exactly how we do it. Whether you guys are throwing a single jab release to the inside, a double jab release, a double up release, I like to call it, a wide step, or a split release, we want to get to this perfect spot. And you got to make sure that your chest is somewhat over your knees, not a ton to where you're falling forward. You're not exposing your number and raising your chest up. So how does that apply to balance? How is that going to help my balance improve? Because when you guys are up straight in the air with your chest and your chest is pointed directly at the DB, that is a clear as day sign for, hey, come jam me right in the chest. Come knock me off this route because I'm essentially leaning back. You want to make sure that those knees are bent, obviously. Feet are not way outside your shoulders, but they're about shoulder width apart, and you have this strong base, right? Strong base, good pad level, that is going to help you with balance off the line, because when this DB tries to shoot hands and he tries to get physical, if I'm raised up like this and my chest is up in the air, maybe my chin's up in the air, I don't have a strong base, I'm not driving off the line, that hand is going to screw up my route. It's going to knock me off of this route. It might screw up the spacing of the play, and if that DB wants to get overly physical, I'm going to be knocked back 2 to 3 yards. So we have to make sure that we get to that key specific spot if you want to improve that balance and that explosion off the line as a wide receiver. So make sure good pad level level on any release that you guys are using. So 2 ways, fellas, to improve that balance is taking that prep step that brings you to a balanced position where you can operate, be explosive, and still maintain the pad level that we showcased with Justin Jefferson. And then again, pad level as a whole entire concept and having a strong base. Those are the best ways to improve balance. Watch it again full speed. Great job by Jefferson with the split release, keeping a good pad level so the hands do not matter, and creating separation. All right, guys, we want to thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. If you guys have any questions at all, don't hesitate to leave those in the comment section below. We'll get back to you as soon as I can. We always appreciate the feedback, and it's always great to hear from you guys. Your video suggestions help the channel go, so I really appreciate it. And again, fellas, if you guys are local to Columbus, Ohio, or want to travel out to Ohio to get some work in with us, check out that very first link in the description below. We'd absolutely love to have you out to our Columbus, Ohio camp on May 14th and May 15th. I'll see you guys next time.